Holistic reviews. Bing. Bing indeed. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Lord Reverend Curtis, Crow, Mandalore, Merrick, you're old. Yo!
I miss you.
You missed me, Caver. I missed you too. Thank you very much for your support. I highly appreciate it. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to see you all. I had a very nice week. Now that I'm actually back home, I can reveal that I was on vacation. Had a nice vacation with the family. It was a nice time. I did get a bit sick near the end of it. So if I sound not constipated. If I was constipated, I wouldn't be streaming. If I sound congested, it's because I am. I've taken some Dayquil. We'll see how that, helps me out a bit. But, is what it is at the moment. You were gone forever. We counted. Damn. Had y'all counting. That's my bad, fellas. Sorry I had things. I should never have things. I should always be here. You can upload Mass Effect. I am making progress with Mass Effect script. I was able to do some writing work while I was away. So the Mass Effect video will be out a lot faster once my gambling video is done. I was not able to edit gambling video, unfortunately. I did not have my main editing PC laptop with me. But, did you use Charisma exclusively on vacation? Charisma is a dump stat for me, I'm not gonna lie. I think my highest stat, if I had to, take a guess, maybe it's Dexterity, because I'm tall and lanky. I think that makes sense. I'd say my strength is maybe 11, just because I'm a little tall. Wisdom, I'll say my wisdom's at a 14. I'm okay with putting that up there. Intelligence, maybe 13, 14. Yeah, but Charisma is definitely a dump stat for sure. Pardon me if I take a minute to get used to the run again. It's been a week since I've played KOTOR. Hello, Zarlel. Good to see ya. Where did you go for vacation? I was on a cruise around the Caribbean. It was fun. There was lots of Star Wars trivia on that boat, because it was a Disney cruise. We were there with our younger second cousins, our cousins' kids, so they were, very excited to go on a Disney cruise. They're, 5, 4, and 1, or 5, 4, and 2, They're very into Disney at the moment. And there were Star Wars trivia. I, unfortunately, did not do as good on the Star Wars trivia as I would have liked. There was, a normal Star Wars trivia, I got, 17 out of 20. There were questions, though, that regarded Solo. The Solo movie. And Andor. I haven't seen either of those, so I missed those, unfortunately. And no, there were no KOTOR questions, unfortunately. Sadly, there were not. Would have been nice, though. But, yeah, they were really, about Disney specific Star Wars facts, like Disney stuff that I haven't watched. Also, I did see The Mandalorian and Grogu. I've got opinions on that. Hi, Legend. Started watching your vids fairly recently. Awesome. Always put them on when taking a break from SWTOR. Glad to be here on stream. Yo, Minerva. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. And always happy to see another SWTOR fan, SWTOR enjoyer. Thank you very much for dropping by and saying hello. I appreciate it. IBS, as is typical of vacations. We know Mr. Sickly here doesn't got good con. Yeah, I'd probably say my con is like 12 at best. That's probably a fair assumption to make. Mr. Sickly. I don't get sick a lot, because, you know, when do adults really get sick? I'm a big grown man. I don't get sick that often. My immune system is that of an adult. But yeah, 12 at best. If I was at an 8, though, I'd probably be getting the flu like every month or something. Glad that's not the case. Psych major and no whiz maxing? Shame. Nah, if I had max whiz, I would have gone into filmmaking. That way I could learn to make videos even better. Glad you're back. A pleasant surprise on my feed. Hell yeah, 30 circles. Thank you for coming by to say hello. I'm glad to see ya. Glad to be back. 2-year-old on a cruise sounds like a challenge run. They're very pleasant children. They're smart. Their parents are smart. They weren't crying and being crazy too much. I'm sure the parents would disagree. My cousin and her wife. Not her husband. But, yeah. I've had worse experiences with children on planes and on trips in general. They are very well behaved. I think it's a family thing. We weren't... None of the babies in my family were really that terrible to deal with. As far as my relatives have let on. Personally, I was a very quiet baby, apparently. I don't know about you guys, but, it tracks. I'm very quiet as an adult as well. Makes sense. What did I think of The Mandalorian and Grogu? It is Glupshido the movie. I could summarize the plot in Glupshido terms, and it would accurately describe the movie. Ow, landmine. Who are you, Joe Mama? His charisma is like a 7? Damn. Damn. When do adults get sick? When those adults have kids, then it gets crazy. It's fair enough. I wasn't really, like, holding the kids or walking them anywhere. I was playing kickball with one of them on the beach, but, like, that's about it. So, if I was gonna get the ick from a kid, then I think my family members would have gotten the ick, too, because they were actually, like, holding the babies. I was not. One time, when a baby was crying on the airplane, I screamed at the top of my lungs, and it quickly shut the fuck up. Honestly, dude, letting the intrusive thoughts win, I gotta respect. I have had some feelings when there's been babies screaming and yelling on my flight. Especially really long flights, over 12 hours. So ass. Good. We have charisma, so we can persuade all these guards really easy. It's that easy. We love Riz. Anyway, Mandalorian and Grogu. The film opens with Man and Glup hunting down Glorpshido. They beat him They hunt him down. Glorp Shido dies. Then, Man and Glup go to talk to Gleep, who extracts them out. Gleep works for Glarp, who is played by... what's-her-face? Sigourney Weaver. And Glarp gives Man a mission to go hunt down Gleep Glorp. Or actually, no, that's Officer Gleep. They don't know who Officer Gleep is, they don't know his first name, they don't know what he looks like, so they have to make sure Man talks to one of the underground sources in the galaxy. That is Glorpa and Glorp A, the Hutts. They know where... Honestly, you know, I can't keep this up. Long story short is, random characters who you don't know, or you would only know if you've seen specific shows, like Rebels or Clone Wars. They just appear, enter the plot, don't do anything of substance, leave for most of the plot, and then they come back at the end for like a little bit. And of course, there's even side characters. There's plenty of random side characters who are Gleep Glorps as well. They just appear. They're not really a part of the plot. They just help a little bit for like 5 seconds, and then they leave. For example, Embo. He's in the plot a little bit, doesn't talk once, hunts down Mando, and then leaves. Doesn't even bother to continue and hang around, stay with the plot. Zeb is in the movie, he's at the beginning of the movie, but then he leaves. Zeb from Star Wars Rebels, if you don't know who that is, which is totally fair. He's at the start of the movie. He's in the middle a little bit, but like he doesn't have a dynamic with Mando. He's just kind of working with him. He's like literally just his work buddy, who doesn't really like talk to him that much. They don't have a dynamic. Of course, he's not even in the Mandalorian show for more than 5 seconds at the end of that one season. So I just feel like he doesn't need to be there. You've got these Imperial officers, one of whom is at the very start of the movie. He dies right away. Whatever. It's established that this is what Mando's doing now. He's hunting down Imperials for money. Cool. Then the next Imperial officer is actually a minor villain that's introduced early in the movie with a different name. Like, oh, his name is Mark or whatever. He's the big crime lord of the area. He's got Rada the Hutt. Remember Rada the Hutt from the Clone Wars? I actually really like Rada the Hutt in this movie. I think he's like the best character. I think the price of admission is worth watching Rada the Hutt, a roided out slug, duke things out with a bunch of monsters. That shit was peak, actually. So, if you don't want to like listen to me yap, just go watch the movie for Rada the Hutt. It's hilarious. I love it. Anyway, this crime lord has got Rada the Hutt in a gladiator ring. He's fucking around with him, making him stay. He's gonna kill him eventually. Turns out this crime lord, who's known by Mark or whatever, his last name is actually Coin, and that's the name of the Imperial officer that Mandalorian has to hunt down. What a coincidence! What a coincidence! Also, the Hutt twins want to kill Rada because he's, you know, the heir to Jabba's throne. They were originally going to give Mando the location of Officer Coin, but since Rada knew that Mark Coin was his name, he's like, hey man, you didn't know that? He gave him that info, the twins got mad, Rada got kidnapped. Mandalorian gets incapacitated, and we watch Grogu like mess around in the forest for like 20 minutes. The Mandalorian is saved by some random NPC who knows how to make an antidote for him. and Grogu's just he just accepts it. He's like, yeah, all right, cool. Long story made short. Mandalorian and Grogu is a movie where glup shittos appear, disappear, things happen, and the movie ends. I don't think I needed to watch it. I don't think it really needed to exist. I don't think it would have even made sense for, like, episodes of the TV show. I'm kind of confused that it was made. I will admit, Rada the Hutt makes it worth it, no matter what I say or no matter what the critics say. So I'm just happy that we have Rada the Hutt. But, long story short, Mandalorian and Grogu. Mid, if you like Star Wars. Maybe a little less than mid if you've watched literally everything over the past, like, 10 years. If you haven't, though, it's probably going to be less than mid. If you haven't even seen Star Wars at all, you're going to have no idea what the hell is going on. You're going to be so fucking confused. Like, if you're just a casual Star Wars fan who only watches mainline films and you saw a mainline film in theaters being advertised and stuff, you're going to be so fucking confused. You're going to be... Maybe you'll still have a good time because you're a Star Wars fan, but, like, you're going to have no idea what the hell is going on. Clone Wars 3 kind of ignores Legends and does what it wants. Hard pass. Never realized how bad Filoni was and how badly he needs to get away. Filoni tries to put Legends into the Clone Wars piecemeal, bit by bit, and with his own flavor on it. He also tries to put the works of novelists and people who wrote books for Star Wars in the Legends continuity into his stuff as well. Thrawn being the big main example there. It makes me skeptical if, like, the authors of those original written works gave him permission to do that, or if he's just doing that and, like, flipping the finger to authors, but I don't know. The prequel trilogy had reverse member berries, an elegant nostalgia, a more civilized age. Reverse member berries? Huh? Is this an innuendo? I'm confused. Are you the only one who thinks the Legend timeline post Revenge of the Jedi or Return of the Jedi could have had a potential to rival KOTOR SWOTOR era? Oh no, you definitely will have people agreeing with you in this chat. We're all Legends nerds here. We love Legends continuity. Absolutely. I personally think there are some things in Legends that are a little over the top. I'm not talking about Starkiller, though. I think there's even more egregious stuff than Starkiller in Legends. Like Vitiate, but, anyway. There are some things that would have had to be been changed, modified, but overall, Legends had a lot of content, a lot of it was good, and the fact that it hasn't been adapted or used is a crime. Excuse me. Baby Yoda can talk? No, he doesn't talk in the movie, unfortunately. I would have been really surprised, but in a good way, if Baby Yoda just, like, dropped some bars out of nowhere. I would have laughed, actually. Rada the Hutt was already worth admission, but if Baby Yoda had just, like, came out of nowhere and said some shit, I would have found it quite funny, actually. No, if you've seen the Cut Stuff episode 9, the lost potential makes it worse than any film in the franchise. I have heard the rumors around the cut content of episode 9, like the big admiral guy impaling himself on Mace Windu's lightsaber. God. If only they had went into those Star Wars movies with a plan. Legend, can you see my comment? Your comment. Let's see here. Oh, did you say something in chat earlier? I can't see any comments that you may have posted on any of my videos. TLP. The Imperial officer took his name straight from the Ben Kenobi School of Identity Reset. Mandalorian and Grogu might be worse than Rise of Skywalker. I won't say that, because at least it's fun. And it doesn't read and play like diarrhea.
Life forms detected.
It's better than... I would say it's on par with Solo. They just didn't need to exist, both movies. And though you can have a fun time and there's redeeming qualities, they don't really add anything. They maybe even take away in some respects because of their existence. Not worse than Rise of Skywalker, though. Hello from a very drunk Mr. Democracy. Oh boy, Richard. Hello, Richard. It's good to see you. Please don't hurt yourself. I'll try and soothe you and keep you sane with my dulcet tones, my congested tones. I'm waiting for them to bring in Abeloth. I don't know about that. That may be a little too crazy. Baloney. Vanished Echoes of Oblivion recently in SWTOR on your Sith Warrior, and the fact that she just coming back so fast is insane. Keeps coming back. I hate Vitiate so much. I hate him as a character. Character is a strong word, and he does not fit the description, if you ask me. I trust Zalbar. Continue with your evaluation. I evacuate my people. Alright. Do I have Destroy Droid? I don't. Jolie, die for me real quick. That would be pretty poggers. Oh, the droids aren't really attacking or anything. That's kind of confusing. Do I have Ion? I don't think I really need Ion. I don't think Ion would really help here. Let's drop a separate save. Just in case I really... No, it's fine. I'm a little worried I can't do this.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens. Mulch yourself, Jolie. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello there. Hello, Dralium. Welcome. Do you remember when? Oh, I remember. Isn't Thrawn getting a movie/show? Wasn't this announced? Yes, he is. But I think a lot of people disagree with Thrawn's adaptation into Star Wars media through Rebels and now Ahsoka. I think some people are saying things were missing and they didn't like everything Filoni did. Blown away. Mace Windbag. I'll drink a 16th beer? Dude, you may want to calm down. Don't hurt yourself. What are the challenge rules, Arya? They're in the description of the stream. But basically, I can only use the charisma stat. Everything else is set to 0, but the minimum is 3. And I can't use any gear or anything that improves my other stats, so I can't use any strength increasing gloves or stuff like that. I have to use charisma. Let me tell you, charisma only has been rough in the early game. It's getting better now that I have the Force, but it was rough. I was wearing a DoorDash and looking under African and seeing Taco Bell. What? That is all kinds of wrong. Achuta, I have a pizza. Nice, nice. I love pizza. I think the only Star Wars I'm excited for is Ahsoka and KOTOR. God, I hope KOTOR comes out sometime in the future during my lifespan. I hope it's real. Ah, yes, the flames. I may not be able to beat those guys. Pardon the hydration. Again, feverish. Sick. Gotta stay on top of that. Unpopular opinion, Timothy Zahn should be doing the writing for Thrawn. Not Filoni slop. Unfortunately, Filoni knows George by first name basis, and I don't think Timothy does. And you have to go solo? Yes, I usually go solo for most of my challenges, so... yes. It kills me that Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors got compacted into Jin Urso. Hands off my Legends mouse. I hate that Ezra Bridger and Kanan are General Coda and Starkiller. Terrible. Awful. Poopy. Dislike it. It'd be really fucking funny if they reintroduced Starkiller in the Darth Maul Season 2 show. Have Sam Witwer talk to himself. That would be so funny, and I would love it. Oh, the droids got closer that time. Alright, let's do a separate save. Jedi Academy games were so good, I miss Kyle Katarn. I've got to play the Jedi Academy games on Twitch one of these days. That'd be fun. General Coda is a better character than Kanan and Ezra. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that he decided not to go with the clone military. I think it's cool that during the war he just had a bunch of dudes. A bunch of fellas with him. Makes sense to me. Cool concept. Uh-oh. I don't think I beat these guys. I don't have Destroyed Droid, and I wouldn't really have enough. Well, hold on. Maybe if I get a level, maybe Destroyed Droid could be helpful. I'm just looking at the, looking at their DC for saving against Destroyed Droid, Stun Droid. Okay, it's the same at all levels. How close am I to a level up? Not really that close. Let's go just kill some mobs. Maybe I'll have enough. Maybe I could pick them off one by one. I may have to fight the Mandalorians in order to get that XP. They're annoying. Doable, but just a little annoying. Next challenge should be beating KOTOR as an Amish. Can't use any weapons or medkits, shields, stims because it's too technologically advanced. Well, technically everything is technologically based in some way, like vibra swords. I guess if I found an ancient sword, or just used long swords, that would make more sense. I'll consider it. That's a pretty good idea. I like it. I may have to put that one on the list. Oh, sheesh. We love the stun. We love getting the stuns and not missing them. Good job, Jolie, my obligatory companion friend here. I'll accept your help this once. I'm surprised you didn't die, honestly. Usually bro is getting slimed out by those Mandalorians 9 times out of 10. Good luck with the Resonator. My old ass is off to bed for work tomorrow. Alright, Lord Reverend. Thank you for coming by. Rest well. Hope you have a good day. Oh yeah, let me write down KOTOR as Amish or just KOTOR Dark Ages. I like it, I like it. Pretty cool he didn't create slaves to fight in another man's war. Yeah, pretty cool Coda just, you know, took actual volunteers and didn't, you know, force the clones to do anything. That's pretty rad. That's why he didn't die. Out of, like, all the reasons for a Jedi to survive Order 66, not having clones is pretty high up there. Makes sense to me. Gaffy Stick. Top 5 Star Wars games, probably KOTOR 2, SWTOR, KOTOR, Republic Commando, and Survivor. Fair choices, fair choices. Amish are typically pacifists, so I'll just say it's Dark Ages. Can I beat Star Wars with no technology? If I take the psi out of the phi. Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight... Make it make sense. Most confusing titles ever. Listen, as long as you understood that you were a Jedi Knight, it was all Gucci. Everything else was supplementary. Since Amish are pacifists, just make the companions do all the fighting. De-escalate where possible. I'll have a build for that. I'll have a run for that. That'll be Hut Run. Though, now that I think about it, I think it may be, like, the strongest algorithm choice ever if I did a Rada the Hut run. Uh-oh. Rada the Hut run would be very hard, technically. Because, you know, the model would be a pain in the ass to deal with. But I'm pretty sure Hut models can use melee, at the very least. So it would work as a combat application, as a combat run. It would be hard, very difficult to maneuver, and probably not as funny as the idea of having a Hut sit around and let his friends do all the fighting for him. But Rada the Hut run, it's a thing. It's a possibility. Wow, Richard Williams, thank you very much for sending that gift membership, and congratulations to Dur Poops for receiving that gift membership. Congratulations. Well done. Richard is the GOAT. Indeed. I agree. Thank you very much. Richuta. Alright. We're getting a little annoyed here. Mr. Democracy loves being democratic. Thank you very much, Mr. Democracy. Your democracy is appreciated here. Achuta. Amish Hut does sound funny. Low-key, Huts may just be like Amish by default, because like, what technology can they really use? Like, apart from hookahs. The smoke. Getting through the gambler stream and remembered Narshada is hell with RCM? Yeah, absolutely. It is painful. Lovable Poner, you're a fan of Star Wars chess? Well, that's one I haven't tried yet. This work shift is starting to blow. Should have been out here 10 minutes ago. At least I got a good stream. Shit, man, I hate when work shifts are like that. Hate when they go into overtime for no reason. I shall be happy to entertain you for your last bit of time. Don't get in trouble. Oh. Don't get in trouble on my behalf. I like how I squawk like a bird every time I get hit. Alright, I'm gonna let my force points regenerate here, so that's gonna take a minute. My theory is that the next sequel will be Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast 2, Dark Forces. God damn. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Can we agree that by Revenge of the Sith, Jedi Order was tainted by the dark side by their own doing? I don't think they were wholly tainted by the dark side. Because, I mean, look at SWTOR's Jedi Order. They were doing things as loosey as you could goosey. And they were still, you know, light side. I just think the Jedi made a lot of mistakes. And that's kind of like that's what characterizes the Jedi Order. They make a lot of mistakes. Staying still, stagnant, without conflict, as the Sith would argue, makes them complacent. They make mistakes because they haven't had first contact with a decent enemy in a long time. And honestly, if the Trade Federation had done their thing without the intervention of the Jedi, if the Sith weren't there, I don't think the Jedi Order would have survived. Like, if Sidious wasn't real, if he was a figment of our collective imaginations, I kind of think the Trade Federation would have just wiped out the Jedi in the war. Like, think about Geonosis, right? The Jedi Order all showed up on Geonosis in the fighting ring to try and stop the war before it could begin. They lost really hard. They didn't have enough power with just the Order. The Jedi alone would have absolutely lost the Civil War. The Clone War without clones. I know that they probably would have just done, you know, normal conscription at that point with the Republic. But if everything had happened the same way, the Trade Federation was made, and Naboo was still saved regardless. But if the Trade Federation was still made and Geonosis went the way it did, they didn't have clones to back them up. They had a slow chancellor in office, not commissioning a big army be conscripted across the galaxy. Valorum would have absolutely gotten the Jedi killed. The Jedi would have all gone to Geonosis and gotten wiped out by sheer numbers. Because it was a dumb, stupid decision. Maybe that's why the Jedi aren't very war hungry. It's because they kind of suck at it. Or at least they suck at it when they haven't had Sith to fight. Hello, David Brown, and thank you very much. It's good to be back. Glad to be back. SWTOR Jedi were just absolute units of Force users, especially now that Jedi characters can use the dark side in-game. Yeah. My headcanon, my thinking, is that the Jedi are such units in the Old Republic because, you know, they're constantly fighting the Sith. The Sith come back every 100 years, and they be fighting for another 100 years. So they have to learn all these Force techniques and shit to stay relevant and not die in the war. Jedi and Sith together. When Force users are plentiful like that, They learn some stuff, and they get kind of crazy. However, by the time of the main trilogy, Sith have been gone for thousands and thousands of years, except for the Acolyte. Uh, but they've been gone such a long time. Jedi haven't really been doing much but keeping peace against people with guns. Normal people. Fighting that one Mandalorian war. Because of, you know, the Jedi training someone who turned to the dark side. Happens a lot. I don't think the Mandalorian Jedi so much turned to the dark side as just did whatever the fuck he wanted, but, you know, whatever. At least the heals aren't like that Evil Within where you just inject randomly found drugs into your arms. I think I'm missing context for that one. So at the past week catching up on the VODs I didn't get to yet? Oh, hell yeah. Very nice. Plus the clone casualties were unimaginable on Geonosis. Yeah, that was a rough insertion, you know. Dropping a bunch of fresh clones on a CIS capital world to save the Jedi from being wiped out. Terrible military move. You could blame Anakin and Obi-Wan technically for like trying to solve the whole thing as two people. But then again, I guess how would they know that the conspiracy was like an entire military mobilization? The Jedi, up until that point, had been called for small disputes on like singular planets. Pirates and criminals and negotiations. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme all kind of walked in on a multi-planet, intergalactic, industrial mobilization. They were kind of boned no matter what happened. Hello, Owie. Welcome to the chat. Glad to see you. Valorum or Palpatine, trash versus garbage. Normal politician versus evil-ass wizard man. I think Valorum would have got voted out, but, you know. Don't know that for sure. We need the Trask only run. Trask only? This is Trask only. I am Trask. I am the Trask. Wonder how it would have been if battle meditation was a thing in the war with the Confederacy. Probably a little shorter. It's a pretty OP power, to be honest. Very Legends. You know, being able to make a whole army better magically. Trains person from culture of genocidal warmongers is surprised they are a warmonger. Who would have thunk? Riz Olgo or Trask Rizgo? Traviculolgo. Or clavicular and Traskolgo. Traviculolgo. Say that 10 times fast. Imagine you're a Sith Lord. You spelled that wrong. You go into hiding for 1,000 years to plan the destruction of the Jedi. Your plan succeeds and you create an empire that doesn't even last for 30 years. Yeah, that's the thing though. The Sith are even dumber than the Jedi. Not only are they cannibalistic when they try not to be, they are anyway. The people under them are cannibalistic. They kill each other. They fuck around with each other. They ruin each other's plans. A galaxy ruled by Jedi who are dumb, or like at least watched over by Jedi who are dumb, is a lot better than the Sith, who have a strong start, but they also kill your entire family, your village, and then themselves later, because they just can't help themselves. You had two endoscopy. Endo. Did you... Is that like a skeleton? I'm a little scared to actually, like, guess what that is. Is that like a... No. No, I don't know. I'm guessing it's something to do with bones, but I don't know. Something inside of you, but that doesn't really, like... Doesn't really help me. Endo being the stem for inside, yes. The Sith are so stupid. They are, yes. That's half of Krea's point. And what the goth Twi'lek baddie on Korriban points out. Yeah, dude. In a world without Jedi and Sith, without the Force, period, you just get Dune, to be honest. The one mystical thing every once in a while, but that's about it. The stars cannot not be at war, you know? Gotta have a light and dark side. The Empire was thriving and made things better for shitty planets. I don't know about that one. Not if you watch Andor. All you had to do for your Empire was succeed. Listen to the advice of a blue man. Impossible. That doesn't happen. They're racist. Another reason why they didn't win. Let's not only kill each other, let's quarter, fraction our strength by saying, no, these certain people can't be involved. Genius. Book. I hope I wasn't too far back. Rule of Two is probably the best thing the Sith did. Set them straight for 1,000 years. For only... yeah. Yeah. Rule of Two was a good idea. It was the best optimization they could come up with. You know, without a godhead leader like Vitiate, who is literally unassailable. But, you know, it didn't work. They had to wait around for a long time. Very Gen Z takes for Star Wars. What's that supposed to mean? Travicular is a great name. The Jedi are good but very flawed, the Sith are just awful. The dark side itself is inherently self-destructive to begin with, indeed. What happened to Palpatine was essentially the equivalent of using bleach that deals are advertised as 99% of germs, then dying to that 1.01%. Let's be honest, Palpatine got lucky in a lot of his plans. A lot of his plans kind of fell into place. I'm not saying that he didn't have routes for his plans if things failed, but there was a lot of luck involved. A lot of improvising on the go. Why can't we just get dark side users that follow their lusts, the goon side? Well, if you want that, may I recommend to you the SWTOR Imperial Fleet past 9 p.m. You'll get what you're looking for. Lucas also based the Empire on the US? I highly doubt that. I know Corellia is based on the US. And I know that Alderaan is Europe. I find it far-fetched that he based the Empire off of the United States. Especially when stormtroopers are literally a type of German soldier that he just ripped straight up. Also Darth Vader being German, I think? It was either German or somewhere in Asia. Dark Father. He said Sidious was inspired by George W. Bush. I don't think... I'm verifying this. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, that came out in 1980. George W. wasn't president then. Maybe he was a politician then, but he was in Texas, and George is a California boy, so I doubt that. Galactic Empire equals Third Reich with British accents. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Good to be able to catch up to a monkey stream. Hello, Haraith. Welcome to the chat. Best part about it is that Palpatine knew the Yuuzhan Vong were coming to conquer the galaxy and didn't do anything to prepare for it. Amazing. Bro really said, nah, I'd win. And then didn't win. Didn't even make it. Crazy. Charisma alone goes so far in real life. It's sad, but sometimes funny. That is true. Charisma is a pretty damn useful stat. Can't lie. Even if we can't use force powers with it. Not yet. We'll get there. He 100% made the Empire the US and the rebels the Viet Cong. Nah, I don't think so. The rebels using guerrilla warfare, you could say that's based on America. We used guerrilla warfare. We pretty much invented it. Every rebel band ever uses guerrilla warfare. Especially if they're poor. So, if we're just going off guerrilla warfare as like the base for the argument saying that he's basing the rebels off the Viet Cong, there's a lot of other examples. The Emperor was Nixon. He's spoken about this. First he's Bush, now he's Nixon. I'm confused now, bro. I'm confused now. I don't know what is what. The Death Star was meant for the Vong. Alright, honestly, that's fair. Yeah, I'd make a planet-destroying weapon if I knew alien invaders from another galaxy were coming. Fair enough. Honestly. Other people are covering me. He based the Empire in the US and the rebels on Viet Cong. Suck it. Yeah, I don't know. You guys have been going back and forth. Different directions here. Remember that the trench run was based on the Damster's 1955 film and the dogfights were straight up ripped from the Battle of Britain footage? So, now the rebels are British. Little did we know, actually, that both the Empire and the Rebellion were based on Tucson. And with a little bit of Albuquerque dashed in the middle just to make things interesting. Yeah, that's what they were all based on. That's their culture, that's their way of fighting. That's their everything, man. Don't get it twisted. How long could Palpatine have survived? Well, unless he was learning some vitiate shit, he probably didn't have much left in the tank. Probably had maybe a decade. Maybe a decade. Because bro was old. Bro was on his way out. Oh, that's ass. Thanks. Appreciate that. What am I even being stunned by? Does that gun have a small chance to stun? That's incredibly annoying. In a 2005 interview published in the Chicago Tribune, Lucas said he originally conceived Star Wars as a reaction to Nixon's presidency. That seems incredibly far-fetched. Incredibly. Star Wars is actually based on The Boys. Homelander's clearly Palpatine, and Butcher's clearly Mace Windu. Exactly. Exactly. That makes sense. Garth Ennis was truly a visionary. Somebody clip that, because no one is going to say that unironically. Ever. Star Wars is an American, British, German on both sides of the good guy, bad guy divide. Jedi are a blend of samurai, Magi, and European knights. We got a lot going on, that's for sure. We be doing things in Lucasfilm. Lucasing on our George, if you will. Georging on our Lucas. Throughout the years, George made comments about different parts of the story being based on different things. I think he's just making shit up, honestly. I wouldn't even be surprised. I find it very far-fetched that George... I don't like doubt that maybe a few things were inspired by like real life politics. But Star Wars just doesn't seem serious enough to be like stabbing at anything. In comparison to Dune, which is literally a philosophy lesson disguised in sci-fi. Frank Herbert tells you all of his shit. He does not hold back. Blasters suck so much ass. They can be made pretty good with force powers. Also, they only suck really bad right now because I have negative dexterity. And I'm just, like, trying to do my best here. When I'm not using force powers. Straw Hat, welcome. Good to see you. You're not the only person who's told me that Cyclops is a bit problematic. In Marvel Rivals, I should add, to anyone who's not initiated, I've been hearing many a thing about old Clopsy boy. People like his kit, but he is a little dangerous. I need to watch Dune. Yeah, and if you read Dune, stop at the 4th book. Honestly, stop at the 3rd book, but stop at the 4th book. Oh my god, Trask survived. Yes, he did. He's back. He's so annoying in the QPs. You don't even need to aim with him. It's true. I'm so glad that Jean Grey and Cyclops, the Phoenix and the Cyclops, can be annoying poke together. It's because Star Wars is for kids. That doesn't mean inspiration isn't there. All art is based on something. I just don't... I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with George. He's on vibes. He's a visionary. But I think he goes off vibes. I'd have to talk to the guy. I'd have to watch some of his interviews and read some of his articles. Because clearly I'm not as educated as some people. I have a characterization of George in my head. But it's very far from what he probably actually is, was, etc. You know what, let's get crit immunity. Let's get that going. That'd be nice. That would be wonderful. That would be grand. Speaking of Scottish accents, Scotland in the World Cup today. Let's fucking go. Go get 'em, boys. What to get? What to get? I have suppression. Do I have immunity? Yeah, I've got immunity. Let's get Destroyed Droid. I was missing that. I wanted to try it. I don't think there's anything else I need. So let's use it. Let's do it. I freaking love your videos. I even referenced your solo playthrough where Damage Droid and Corbin actually thanks you for being quiet to another YouTuber who never knew that was a thing. Oh, hell yeah, nerd enough for you. Thank you for enjoying my vids and thanks for stopping by to say hello. I appreciate it. Literally, I found out about the Corbin droid, like, during that specific video. I didn't know you could be friendly with him. Because I never play a stealth character, ever. I also don't know the combination to not kill him. I swear I learn things every time I play KOTOR. New things about this game. If I made Star Wars a multi-billion-dollar property, I'd lie about the source. No, I need to read all 23 Dune books? Honestly, bro. I liked the Dune TV series that was on HBO. I don't know if I need to read anything beyond the 4th book, let's be real. After the 5th... In the 5th book, it's like a 3,000, 5,000 year time skip. Honestly, the 4th book was enough of a time skip to be weird. And the 3rd book is pretty out there as well. Frankie boy, Mr. Herbert, was doing some things with Dune. But, yeah. I don't think much extended knowledge needs to be explored with, like, Dune after the 3rd, 4th book. I like prequel stuff, though, like the Dune TV show. I think some of the prequel material in that is interesting. Just, a little suspicious about Mr. Herbert's works after a certain point. Oh, this rock is actually meta. Chat, I found a new boss fight. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I found a new boss fight cheese, but he actually can path around it. I like finding new cheeses. Ow. Thanks for the push. I appreciate it, actually. Helped me out a lot. Yes, man, was excited to see you live. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, indeed. I'll be live tomorrow as well, 7:30 p.m. EST. My schedule are Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. 6-7! Damn you, Straw Hat. Damn you. It's outrageous, it's unfair. You can't send me the 6-7. How dare you? Rooting for Mexico in the World Cup. When they playing. I don't really pay attention to ball, but I know that some ball is on because my family's watching the ball. I care about Scotland though, because you know, that's where my family came from. England, Scotland, Ireland, Italy, Poland. We're a good mix of white people. I would never hate on him in the way Red Letter Media did, but I think he retroactively tidied up the narrative on exactly what he was planning. Star Wars is an endless editorial. That is more in line with my beliefs and observations about Star Wars. George adds things, but people around him also add things. And in the great example that is The Empire Strikes Back, people can do things better than George can. It's an ongoing editorial process. Plans and intent and inspiration are liquid, depending on who is messing with the property at the time. And who's doing what kind of era, what kind of medium. And sometimes Star Wars is based on itself, like KOTOR. KOTOR is based on the original trilogy in a way that J.J. Abrams could never fathom. That's what I view Star Wars as. George is the visionary, but he's not like the solid creator, mastermind, end all be all. He's just the guy who started it and gave us a place to run. And we have run as a community, as fans, as publishing conglomerates. Star Wars is what the fans want it to be at any given time. Until Disney came in, I'm English, and I'm an England fan. I genuinely hope Scotland does really well. A lot of Scotland fans just ate on England. Ate. So that's what that means. English accent, ate. I like that, actually. I'm going to use that. Flying the flag of whoever we're playing. I do know that Scotland and England have had quite the rivalry in soccer. I know that the Scottish sing Flower Scotland when they're winning really loudly. It's very intimidating. Wouldn't it be crazy if the US won the World Cup? I think people would be pissed. I think people would be really pissed if the US managed to do that. Host country winning. I think people would think there was rigging. For sure. Mexico plays on the 18th against South Korea. Cool, cool. I'd self-insert as Dustin. Gives me plenty of time to try and rizz up Euthora. Wow, Dustil Onassi is your self-insert. Dustil x Euthora fanfic? Chat. It makes sense. They're in proximity to each other, and that's all you need. Who wins in a fight, Vader or Magneto? Magneto. Darth Vader is made of metal. Darth Vader is getting his balls ripped out through his sternum. That's not a fair fight. Also, that lightsaber's made of metal. Magneto owns that now. It's got metal components. Are we for real, dog? I wasn't even there. That's not gaming. You have a joke? What is your joke, Straw Hat? What is your silly? They'll hug it out. Well, I want it to be a commentary on US politics in 2026. Too late. I think someone's already beat you to that. Or no. Rather, I think other TV shows have been doing that a little too much. I don't think it would even be a surprise if Star Wars did something like that. I don't know if I can beat these guys. Dustin has force sensitivity and is where I want to be. Not too stupid, not too corrupted, not too important. You got a point. A dad who I can lean on to get out of Sith war crime charges. Where did Darth Vader get his shoes from? I don't know. Where did he get his shoes? I think I'd self-insert as Malik himself because I've had constant dental work done over the past month. See, guys, it's accurate. Gotta be accurate to the lore. The Darth Maul. I think I read that in like a 5th grade book or something. It's pretty funny. Hashtag gotcha. Yep, I'm got. I've been got. The Darth Maul. That indicator's really messing me up. Pausing my movement. I did a complete DA Veilguard run. Locations are nice, but overall story is all over the place and pacing is ass. Teammates' interactions are nice, but the dialogues are written by HR and feel flat. Rip. I've heard as much as such. Ending feels like an Avengers movie, and they've added the Illuminati in. One of these days, for the sake of education, I gotta play through every Dragon Age game, or at least watch a playthrough of every single one, to know just how much has changed from not Inquisition, Origins. Because my Dragon Age knowledge is almost exclusively Origins related. I've played 2, I beat 2, but I kind of like sleepwalked through that game. I was playing it a little too fast. I do have to form my own opinions about Dragon Age one of these days. Got that guy. That glob. Replaying DA2 made me like it a bit more, not because it's got good, how mid the later games got. The power of comparing and contrasting. It makes bad things a little better, because now there's worse. It's been worse, will get worse, seen worse. Bratwurst. So Private Penguin is Dustin, and Richard is Malik. Alright, chat. I need everyone to tell me who they're self-inserting as in KOTOR. This is important. This is a new trend we got. What is your KOTOR Sona? I gotta know. This is important. Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know who my KOTOR Sona is. Who's got it, like, really chill? Low-key, Suvam Tam's kinda got the life, bruh. Maybe I gotta set up as Suvam. He's kinda chill with it. Oh no, DM Live got it before me. I'm cooked. I'm cooked, wallahi. Should I give Mass Effect a shot? Yes. Yes. Do it. Never really gave the Space series a shot, other than Star Wars and Dead Space. Oh yeah. Play some Mass Effect, bro. You're not gonna regret it. Play some of that Mass Effect, for sure. I'll toast my 17th beer to the Technomancer, the most heavily slept on RPG of all time. Please do not die of alcohol poisoning. Can I just be a chud? One Sith Empire soldier coming right up. You got it. Alright. SWTOR Sona. SWTOR Sona. Who to self-insert as to have the most success and maybe not die. Isekai'd into KOTOR. My life as Suvam. I don't really know. Dusto was honestly an inspired choice, darling. Suvam was the only guy I had a real off the top of my head idea for. I don't know. It would suck to be a normal Jedi, because you're probably dead in KOTOR 2. It would suck to be a Sith, because you're gonna die to a protagonist, one way or another. I mean, I guess Mikkel from the Sith Academy had an open-ended story when you turn him to the light side or just like tell him to fuck off. He goes off and does whatever. He doesn't join the Jedi. He runs away from the Sith. He's just a Force user doing shit. And if Revan was light side, he'd probably let him live. So, you know, that could be an option. That could be a play. Mikkel. Have the Force, but you're not on one side or another. You'd probably still be in danger during KOTOR too, but, you know, go far enough. I'm pretty sure you'd be fine. I could keep my VG rambling on, but I don't want to spoil people who still care to play it. I see. Dustill's mom? She's dead, bro. Dude, she died. You can't lean on Karth to survive. It didn't work out. My alternate T1N1 so you can be free.
Life forms
I think Isekai into SWTOR would be safe because depending on which character is canon in the Isekai, you'll be fine. I don't know, I think SWTOR is pretty dangerous. Like, you had the Sith sacking Coruscant, the Cold War, the reignition of the war, Zakul. God help you if you were one of the planets Vitiate sucked up, you know? Revan was back up into his bullshit. Malgus, for the 8th time, is revived and, you know, being a nuisance. I think the normal... Trask is frozen. Somebody screenshot this. Trask is frozen and done with the bullshit. He's just so fucking done. That's fucking hilarious. Thawne, the Triceratops Quillen Jedi that uses planetary force powers, chilling on Ossus as a dinosaur. I'd get Isekai as Bastila so Revan can... Well, shit, alright. Fair enough. You're gonna be left after, like, 3 years. Was it worth it? Is it worth it? The Sith listen to Linkin Park. The Sith listen to Linkin Park. Honestly, I believe it. I believe it. Makes sense to me. Alright, let's see if I can take on these droids now. Is it worth it? Yes. You get like maybe 1 or 2 years of honeymoon period, and then he leaves you forever. All you could do is like leave a holocron or something for him to find later. Female Revan so you can crack Karth. I guess... you would be dumping him, though. You would have to... Well, I guess no. Since you're female Revan, you can do whatever the hell you want. Since you are Revan, you get to do whatever you want. You already know Vitiate's gonna come. Pause. That's fine, still. If KOTOR 1, Bastila. If KOTOR 2, Kreia. Based on what? Okay, I can stun the droids. This is good. Let's see if I can get both of them. This is gonna be a little scuffed. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking with gas. This works. I am happy. You don't want Isekai as Revan? Fuck! I missed one save and that was all it took. But I've got it. I can do it. Uthar win. Richard, what the fuck? What the fuck? You don't want Isekai as Raven stuck for 300 years with Vitiate as company? Yeah, that shit would be so ass. But then again, since you're Revan, and you can reincarnate at whatever time you want, you can just not fight Vitiate. You can just tell the Republic, hey, we've got like 300 years. This is the shit we need to get done right now. And, you know, raise your kids. Live with your wife. / husband. If anyone says Juhani, we know who you are. Alright, let's try this again. Let's just do this from a distance. Oh shit. Please don't kill me. Happens. Monkey wants to crack Admiral Dodonna, confirmed. She is kind of a baddie, though. She is kind of a baddie, though. I'm just saying. Too bad her relative in SWTOR is kind of a dick. You know, betraying the smuggler class like that. Not very poggers. Karth is the best romance option in KOTOR. That's an opinion. That is an opinion that has been given. Oh shit. Please stop! Please! Thank God. Thank Jah. Honestly, bro, Smuggler Story is kinda whack in SWTOR. Not one of my top stories, as I've mentioned in my streams. I think Smuggler Class was good, just solely from the Nihilist mention. I don't think that saved it, in my opinion. It is kind of cool that we see Canderous' skull and Goto's eye in that one thieving mission. Poor Canderous, by the way. Going out with a shot to the brain. It's the Mandalorian way to go, but Maslam deserved a little better. Even if by his standards he says that's the greatest way I could have gone. I would have liked him to go out differently. Alright, droids are dead. Thank Glob. I think best story... Everyone says agent, and it's true, but in order to not sound basic, Bounty Hunter. I love it. Bounty Hunter and Sith Warrior are both really solid. Still gotta play Knight and Consular again, it's been years and years. But Trooper, Smuggler, they just don't do it for me.
Well, got something.
They just don't do it for me. I feel like on average the dark side classes have really good stories. I think Inquisitor is pretty bad though. Inquisitor starts off interesting, and as it goes on, it just doesn't go anywhere. Ideas that it has, it just forgets about. Like you being the descendant of Lord Calig. They drop that for some reason. And even then, I don't even think it would have been interesting even if we kept it that way. Even if we kept that status quo of having a Force Ghost grandpa talking to you. Because he wasn't even that interesting to begin with. He wasn't really, like, omnipresent, helping all the time. For all his experience, he did lose his head after all. What a rookie. So many people tell me to play SWTOR and Dragon's Quest Case, Dragon Quest X. I don't care if they're good. I don't want to play any MMO. Well, that's fair. If you don't like MMOs, you don't like MMOs. I understand. I'm not the biggest fan of the gameplay either, but I like Star Wars just enough. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I honestly didn't think he'd kill me. Warrior has one of the best stories endgame, but Bounty Hunter has the best companions. Yeah, dude. Bounty Hunter, on average, I don't hate any of the companions. I don't dismiss any of the companions in Bounty Hunter. They're all gems. Even Skadge. He's so much of an asshole and a murderous little bastard and chud that I love him. He just maxes out the chuddiness, and it is great. And his voice fits so well for what he is. I love him. I don't love him, but I love him. I love hating him. I know some people just hate him because he's awful, and that makes sense, but I love to hate him. Like, come on, he tears people apart and you hear it off screen. He's just a fat brick shithouse. You can't not just find some hilarity in him. Fucking Skadge, dude. You like Inquisitor. Okay. Fair enough. To each their own. I didn't like it. Not my favorite. Didn't like it. Inquisitor's not my Pookie Wookie Bear. Jolie, Bastil, and Karth on rotation. Good luck to Scotland. Hell yeah, let them win. Is SWTOR content in the cards? I did stream KOTOR in the past. It didn't get that much interest. I will be making a SWTOR guild with Grug as the leader once the public Discord comes out and we can play SWTOR in the Discord and play some stuff. But I don't think I'll make any videos on it. It'll be more of a community thing, because based on what my viewership was for those SWTOR streams, it's not worth pursuing. I may make a KOTOR video, a SWTOR video in the future, and I like title it, this is what KOTOR 3 is or something, as clickbait. But apart from that, that's not a solid plan I have. Not yet, anyway. Welcome back, Big Hoss. Hello, Jaden Smith. Welcome to the chat. Mankey. Hello, Emery. Zash was bad as hell. Honestly, bruh, Zash was mid as fuck. Zash is mid. Not a fan. Actually, I've already found it. Yeah, but with Inquisitor, at least you become a Dark Council member. I mean, as a Sith Warrior, you become, like, above the Council. You're the Emperor's hand. You're the hand that the Emperor jorks with violently. It's pretty important. Have you checked out the massive 200 plus mod pack guide for KOTOR? No, I have not seen that. However, I am going to be playing a KOTOR mod pack in the future. It is planned that Dusty Wusty, the person who made the droid mod for KOTOR, they have created a funny KOTOR mod pack. Like a cursed KOTOR mod pack. It's still in the testing phases right now, but if it's done, when I'm done with my Mass Effect video, I'll stream it. Cursed modded KOTOR would be fun as fun. Fun as fuck. But, honestly, I don't really know what to mod for this game. Like, just thinking about this game in the way that people mod Skyrim, apart from, like, the big story mods that I've heard about, like Brotherhood of Shadow, Brotherhood of Solomon, or whatever, and Slaheron, I don't really know what this game really needs. It's been a while since I've tried modding this game. I have modded it before, like texture updates. But honestly, I stopped caring about textures a long time ago.
Yes?
Textures in modding are more trouble than they're worth. Does SWTOR have Pazak? No. Which pisses me off. They could have added it, but they don't have it. It makes me sad. I only played Imperial Agent. I enjoyed my military grounded story. Agent is so peak. Such a good theme, such a good character, such a good cast. The companions aren't the best, but such a good story. Oh, I'm tacking it. Forgot how annoying the Kashyyyk sounds are. I like the tacks. They are manky. Join Starforge. I do a ton of Nightmare raiding in SWTOR and be down to teach mechs for any of the operations/raids. I believe I'm on Starforge. That'd be fun. When the Grug Guild goes public, you can be our raid guy. I'm hoping that the new systems they're going to be doing soon make the game more interesting, because I don't feel like gearing and getting weapons is really all that rewarding. Not enough gambling with stats, you know? It's gotta be like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. Or Destiny 2. Speaking of Destiny 2, anyone been playing that? Oh, fuck, I forgot to turn in the quests before talking. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot to do my usual Kashyyyk thing where I turn in quests before, you know, siding with the Wookiees so that I can actually... Okay, we're fine. It's gonna take a little longer to beat Kashyyyk, but we'll get the XP we wanted. Did I have the electrical capacitance? Yes, I do have it. Don't need to worry about losing that. But I need those extra light side points. They're very helpful. Doesn't like Karth, doesn't like Zash. Who the fuck do you like? Bastila. Euthara Ban. HK-47. Jolie Bindo. Every single bounty hunter companion. Kira Carson is Invisigal, so we'll give her that. SWTOR companions. I like the Mandalorian lady, Akavi Spar, and Smuggler. Pirate lady is also kind of cool. I actually think her plot's interesting. Too bad I didn't carry Smuggler's story very far. Clone Wars announcer guy as the super patriotic Helldiver droid, and Clone is cool, or Trooper is cool. I also really like Eric Jorgen. He's one of the best voice acted companions in that game. I've got a list. Ow. Finally get to leave work. Hell yeah, as a rule. Get out of there. They can't keep you. Sadly, you're on Darth Malgus. Damn. Rip. Simply migrate, SMH. Start all over. Pazak. We love Pazak. Straw Hat. By the way, when you play KOTOR again, I need you to beat all the Pazak players. Straw Hat. It's important. In terms of Sith Warrior, who's your favorite companion? Not the snow creature, fuck. From Hoth. Who cares about that guy? I think Trooper guy, Sith Trooper dude, is fine. He's a chill guy, I guess. But he's like bread. Boring. Malavai Quinn is interesting, at least. He's how you imagine your Sith agent, your Imperial agent would be. But the fact that he betrays you makes him annoying. I like Mission's descendant. Fucking Vet. We all love Vet. Vet is the GOAT. However, she does not work as a Sith warrior companion, in my opinion. I think Vet should have been given to the Sith Inquisitor. Would have made a lot more sense, seeing how the Inquisitor's always running around for a relic or ghosts. Basically doing archaeology It would make a lot of sense for Vet the Thief to help with that. And I think the Sith Warrior would prefer to have the Dashad guy, I forget, Kemval. Because, like, who doesn't want a big burly Sith Warrior juggernaut to have a pet Dashad? Two brick shithouses fighting the entire galaxy together. It makes sense. Makes sense more than it makes sense to have Vet. I think Vet only really makes sense on Sith Warrior if you're light side Sith Warrior. And you're, like, sarcasm maxing. Because, like, Vet is just having a terrible time if you're a Sith Warrior of, like, any other way. As any other archetype of Sith. Balancing between loyalty to state. Hold on, I've missed a lot of messages. Loyalty to state and keeping it in check. Sith throwing tantrums like children. Oh yeah. It's just so good. You're playing a normal person in a military full of magical super babies. Such a good and interesting plot. It took me like 4+ hours because it was a very specific install instructions, but the entire game is basically remastered as close to the original as possible. Most of the restored content. Maybe I'll look into it, have a peeky week at what's inside the list. Quality of life stuff from KOTOR 2 is pretty nice, like health regen. Can't complain about that. Grade A Discord and the public Discord will have Pazak though? Yes! The current Discord for my donators, the Gorilla Club, has the Pazak bot, and the public Discord server, which will be coming out soon, also has the Pazak bot. One of the first events we're going to be holding on the Discord server is a Pazak tournament. We're going to see who's the best, luckiest Pazak player. It's going to be great. Going to be grand. You're on D2 right now? These player numbers, though? Yeah, they've gone up a lot. Everyone's tuning in. I must say, with the amount of content they've added for Destiny 2's final update, it's worth coming back to as a returning player. A new player has a lot to do. Not a lot of story explanation, though, and a lot to buy. But a returning player has a lot of reason to come back to Destiny 2 right now. I can say that for certain. I'm kind of thinking about making a new Guardian. I'll still have my old vault and stuff, but it could be interesting to start fresh. Now that every exotic has a catalyst, every exotic has been changed, every weapon ever from Destiny 2 is back with new perks. There's a lot of game to play. Even if it's the last bit of content we're ever going to get for that game, there's a lot to do. A lot to explore, a lot to try. I can't go back in here right now, can I? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Is Destiny 2 cooked? Not cooked. Well, it's not getting updates, so I guess you could say it's cooked, but it's being left in a respectful state. If you want to play it, you've got a lot to do. If you're returning, you have a good reason to return. If you're new, you're still kind of fucked, let's be honest. But on such short notice, with such poor management, like the employees at Bungie didn't even know that the game was being turned off. Not turned off, just they weren't doing more active updates until the day that they released it. As bad as it is, this is a decent place to leave Destiny 2. I do hope that somehow they're able to tie up the story that's been left on a really awkward and weird cliffhanger somehow in a future thing. Hopefully Destiny 3. But just talking about the game, playing the game, liking the game. Decent place. Decent place to leave off. Lots to do, lots to collect. Old weapons from a million years ago are back and better than ever. There's reasons to grind. All your subclasses are super strong. There's things. Love vet. Ofa, I'm cooked. Nah, you got this, you got this. You win all the Pazak. Sad D2 is going off into the sunset, but to be honest, kind of funny they call it the expansion that killed the game, the Edge of Fate. Destiny a year later is essentially cancelled. Can't believe they edged too hard. So happy to see you play KOTOR, bro. Hell yeah, Virgil. Charisma is so weak of a stat, by the way. Well, it's gotten me this far. All right, let's be honest. I've been using a lot of cheese to get this far, but I got here. Was Casey Hudson part of the OG KOTOR team? Yes, he was. Correct. Going through those, haven't got to the Star Wars expansion yet. Yeah, I haven't bought Edge of Fate or the Star Wars expansion. I don't know how hard I'm going to be playing Destiny 2. I've already got like 2,300 hours. I've seen a lot. I don't know how much more I can squeeze out of it. But it is cool that, you know, my baby Vex Mythoclast is better now. And I can make builds for everything on Titan. And have exotics that don't suck anymore. I could make like 50 builds and try all the weapons that I like and still have more to do. So I would say Destiny 2's ending is making it a lot more like Warframe. Because Warframe is mostly about building and building and building and building and trying new things and getting new stuff. I think Destiny 2 is in a Warframe-like state at its end. It's about the gameplay, it's about making a bunch of new builds. I don't think the story's super investable. It's decent, it's passable at times, and other times it's aggravatingly vague. But, yeah. But yeah, I'd probably say my Sith Warrior, favorite companion for Sith Warrior is gonna be Vet. I just don't think she belongs with Sith Warrior, she belongs with Inquisitor. Agent companion? Kaleo is really well written and interesting. I don't like her that much though. I can acknowledge that she's a interesting, complex character. But my favorite companion? It's Scorpio. Even though she comes in so late, her voice is really pretty, and her attitude is just funny as fuck. You know I'm going to kill you one day. Yeah. I hope you know that. Uh-huh. We're still buddies now. Okay. I love Scorpio. Now I gotta challenge y'all at Pazak. Hell yeah, everyone's gonna be playing Pazak. Rank the classes in SWTOR by companions. Let's think here. Bounty Hunter number 1. Bounty Hunter number 1. I don't know. I think most of them are just pretty mid. Let's think. I like Vet. I like Quinn. Soldier Guy's meh. Tal's guy sucks. Who's the 5th Sith Warrior companion? Who? Jaisa. I don't really like Jaisa that much, TBH. So that's 2 out of 5 for Sith Warrior. Sith Inquisitor, I don't think I really like... I like Kem Val, but also he's kind of a glub shitto. He's kind of meh. I'll give him a meh, but I'll lean to liking him. The Kalish guy who you meet at the very end of Inquisitor Story, you don't talk to. He's literally like in the last 2 or 3 missions, so he doesn't even count. He should have been introduced way earlier in the story. Who else? Ashara Zavros is the weirdest, most unlikable romance option. Just because of how weird it is if you're just dark side Sith. It's messed up. And it's played off as like not messed up, but it's pretty messed up. I guess light side's a bit better, but even then. Talos Drellic. Is that actually? Andronikos the pirate dude? I legit thought the pirate dude was an NPC. Just giving me quests. I didn't actually think he was going to be a companion. Like, holy garbage companion, Batman. I like the guy who voices him, because he's Wolverine. But, blech. Boring, boring, boring. Talos Drellic is completely forgettable, too. Completely, utterly forgettable. I think Kemval... I think we'll just say, yeah, since Kemval is also your master as well, we'll say... Sith Inquisitor has 1 out of 5, Sith Warrior has 2 out of 5. Consular, it's been a long time since I played Consular. I don't remember Kaizen. Lol, Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't remember Kaizen being that interesting. I don't remember Trooper Guy being that interesting. I liked Nadia Grell, but I don't remember much about her. I thought Nadia was nice when I was 14. I don't know how that would change now. If I would think she's annoying. For the life of me, who else is in Consular? Consular companions. SWTOR. Kaizen Theron? Theron Cedrax? Oh no, wait, that's not it. Zenith? Actually, that's kind of cool. Zenith being a companion, because I'm pretty sure people talked about Zenith in other companion quests, in other SWTOR class quests. I think Zenith was mentioned in Bounty Hunter and Smuggler. Could be wrong about that. So at least he's like connected to the verse a little bit. I don't remember him though. Not even a little. Who is Theron Cedrax? Is that actually correct? I don't even remember who that is. Hold on. Do I have the wrong... I think that's the fandom wiki. That's not correct. Zenith, Areso, Theron. I don't know who any of these people are. Except for Kaizen and Nadia. I know who Zenith is, but I don't know if I liked him or not. So, let's give Consular our 1. Jedi Knight, you have Invisigal. Easy 1. The robot, I don't remember his designation. He's cute, but he's not all that interesting. I don't think. Doc, I know Doc is love or hate. Flip of the coin with Doc. I don't really remember if I liked him or not. Scourge is interesting. He's got lots of lore. I don't like him because he killed the protagonist of KOTOR 2. I will forever hate him for that, but I'll at least say, why not give him a yes for like. Because he is an interesting companion. Who is the last guy? Who is the last guy? Rusk. I don't even remember who that is. So that's like 2 for Knight. So Knight and Warrior are tied with companions. Consular and Inquisitor are in the shitter. Alara Dorn for Trooper is nice. I like Eric Jorgen. I like the Clanker. I don't care about the Gand guy at all. And the like Rebel dude is big whatever. But that makes 3 out of 5, so they're better than the lightsaber classes. Agent, I like Kaleo, but I don't like Kaleo. She's good, I recognize that, but I don't like her. Crazy. Ant guy is lame. I like... Oh, fuck. I'm stupid. I like the mentor doctor guy who's a Rakghoul werewolf. He's nice. He gives actually good advice. I like him. I like Scorpio a lot. As for the, like, Chiss... The Chiss orphan girl, meh. Big meh for her. She's there if you don't like Kaleo, pretty much. So Trooper and Agent are tied for, like, 2nd place. Smuggler... I think the Wookiee in Smuggler is really boring. Corso Riggs is boring. Well, he's like 1 step up from boring. His backstory and the Separatists are kinda interesting on Ord Mantell, but also not really. I like Pirate Lady, I like Akabi Spar. Who's the Glup Shido on the Smuggler team? No, that's the Wookiee. The Wookiee's really boring, which is really unfortunate. Smuggler companions. Who's the last guy? Oh, Gus. I like Gus. Gus is a silly guy. Gus is a silly boy. I would say Smuggler would be 2nd place then. Bounty Hunter, Smuggler, Agent Trooper, Warrior, Knight, and then Consular Inquisitor. That would be my ranking. Sorry, that took a really long time. I think they gave you a lighthearted vet to basically mirror Malgus's wife. Yeah. Doesn't really work, though. She's a different person. Yeah, it would have been better if she was with Inquisitor, just saying. Companion tier list for KOTOR 1 and 2. I've done KOTOR 1 before. KOTOR 2, I don't think I know everyone off the top of my head, actually. Hold on, let me get this dialogue out of the way. I have said that Jolie and HK are top tier for my companion choices. Bastille is next because I'm biased. Karth is mid. Fine, decent, passable. On the higher side of mid, though. Oh, Canderous. Canderous is easily 3rd place. T3 is boring. Zalbar is meh. Mission is decent. I'd put her next to Karth. Right around Karth. Juhani's boring. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anybody? Discord 2, though. Atten's bottom tier, because I hate him. Don't like him. Pisses me off. I like Kreia because she's funny. I find her bipolar nature to be funny. I like her. HK is top tier as usual. Visas isn't really that interesting. She kind of just is your friend no matter what you do. She's like literally too devoted to you to be like her own person. Handmaiden's a step above her because she actually has like character. Mira's decent. Canderous is top tier as usual. We love Kando the Mando. Godo's dog water. Don't even care about him at all. Not interesting. T3 is better in this game. A little more cute, but still not that crazy. Who am I missing? Beodur's my goat because I think he's funny. Yeah. But yeah, that's everyone in that game. If you could choose two SWTOR classes to meet, which ones would you choose? You'd want to meet Sith Warrior and Jedi Consular. I'd want to meet Bounty Hunter and Agent. I know that's basic, but it's true. Bounty Hunter and Agent would be nice. Where's the Discord link? Public Discord's not out yet. The Guerrilla Club Discord is available if you have purchased the Guerrilla Club rank. It'll be in your instructions, under the instructions tab. When you look at your rank on the channel. Whoever wins the Pazak tournament in the Discord gets the rank of the champ. I like that. We'll make it real. I can do that. We'll make it happen. Gorwukin is stunned, bro. He got rinsed so hard, he just kind of stood there. No. Interesting thing, if you glitch Trask out of the Endar Spire, you and him are invincible. I didn't know that glitch. Interesting. Player numbers on D2 have been way up since last update. We'll see how long it lasts. I give it like 2 weeks before people get bored again. But it'll be nice to have something for now. Scorpio is fantastic. Okay, but Shriek is GOAT. Who's Shriek again? Meet me at the cantina. Oh yeah, so true. Everyone got a fight at the cantina. Party also treats Trask like Bastila since he takes her slot. That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. Update feels like all the things the community was always asking for, but they never fixed, and they released them all at once. Maybe they finally had time. Waiting for Bungie to disrespect their Destiny 3 players. Well, guys, if you want more Destiny content, you can always play Destiny Rising on the App Store today. And with the jank-ass launcher they have online if you want to play online. I can't play Destiny Rising right now. They don't have any Titans on board as a limited character. I bought Caber. Well, I used free currency on him. I don't think I've actually, like, spent money on currency in that game. Haven't played in a long time either. My goat Caber. I had to get him C6. Surprised how much I liked Edge of Fate story. Totally worth $8. Yeah. A lot of people who are like paying attention to that story say it's good, but the missions are boring no matter what you think, for the most part. Not that interesting. I miss my Nothing Manacles build on D2. I'm usually popping getaway artists. Well, they're probably better now. The Nothing Manacles and the getaway artists are probably a lot better now. With all the updates and class changes. By the way, if you've ever seen the fan-made movie, no, I need to. That's going to be another event I do on the Discord. We're going to do a watch party of the fan-made movie. That'll be awesome. We'll have a big Pazak tournament, and once everyone's done with the competition, we can hang out and watch the movie. Something like that. It'll be a great community moment. Jason might be a cringe companion, but she is an absolute baddie. What would Trask do? Thoughts on the Imp Agent romance with the Rataki companion? I like it. I've played it. I think it's interesting. You have to like be really committed to it though, and like understand who Kaleo is. I think most normal people don't like Kaleo, and she cheats on you during your romance, because that's the kind of person she is. She doesn't commit to things. But that's the thing. You slowly chip away at her and make her commit to your cause, whatever light side or dark side agent stuff you're doing. She commits to you and eventually proposes to you at the end of the romance line, says, hey, we're getting married. Are we doing this or not? And that is as close to as fixing her, quote unquote, as you can get. If you don't like her. She will commit to you, and that's like something she doesn't do because she's a rebel and an anarchist and all these things. To actually make her, like, say, hey, let's get married. That's crazy character development. But also, for people who just don't like the fact that she cheats on you at all, that's totally fair too, because I wouldn't stand for that shit either. I just stood for it because it was a fictional character, and I kind of knew what they were going for there. Jedward got better companions. Scourge carry Jedi Guardian comps. Doc, Kira, and Scourge solo all Republic side comp options. Like I said, Doc is a flip of the coin. Lana and Theron, yeah, all the expansion companions are a lot more rounded out and just better. And they took all the best companions from the companion stories as well for the Knights of the Eternal Throne. All the best companions with the best voice acting, hand-picked. Good decision. Pissing off Doc's AIGF as female guardian is great. Bro is a clanker beater, for sure. He beats to that AI. SWTOR baddiest companion? Low-key, Scorpio's voice. Kind of gets me going, though. Baddiest companion? Who is the baddiest? I don't think I feel that super duper strongly about any of the SWTOR companions, except for like maybe Scorpio, because her voice is just crazy. Crazy alluring. None of them make me feel like how Bastila did in KOTOR 1. Or how Visas, or, how am I forgetting her? Euthora Ban made me feel during my childhood. Maybe if I replay Guardian and play Kira Carson some more, her story, maybe I'll feel differently, but off the top of my head, I'll say Scorpio. I just like the dynamic, I like the voice. And even if it's not actually a romance option, I can at least say it's underrated or something and feel special. All the old whole talk made him fall behind on the chat spam. You guys are gonna make me have to start playing ads so I can actually keep up. Making me slow down chat rate with ads. Don't make me succumb to that evil. No, not K. Alright, so in Destiny, there's this character. His name is Kabr. K-A-B-R. Sounds a lot like Kabr. He's a Titan. He died because he drank milk that was expired. That's the greatest way I could summarize that. Ah, bro's got the stick out on me. Don't poke me, bro. Don't do that. Hot take, I think Bix is way more attractive than Padme. Who the fuck is Bix? Bix Star Wars. Bix Colleen in Andor. Oh, that explains it. I haven't seen Andor. But damn, that actress is really pretty. Atten goated? I don't like him. Bias. Handmaiden better than Disciple? Duh. Mako or Jasa. I like Mako's romance, really. I like it a lot. But, like, if we're just talking, like, full-out, like, baddest, full-on, like, lust looking at somebody, I don't think Mako's the... her relationship with male bounty hunter is just really wholesome and cute and adorable, and I like it. I wouldn't say it's the most, like, lustful, baddie, zam, tongue lolling and all that garbage kind of dynamic. I think it's a lot more fulfilling than that. Visas, Kreia, Kando, Atten, Handmaiden, everyone else. Kreia on the baddie list. God damn. I know we had a few of those in here. Baddiest companion is Kira. Do you mean Kreia? Theranshan is the male Bastila without the Force. That sounds about right, yeah. Medpack tier list. My favorite medpack is that secret one that revives companions, but it's only on the Xbox version, or it's in the code and you can't access it. Look it up, it's real. I will say, I do get ads occasionally when watching the VODs. Yeah, the VODs have ads, but I don't have live ads for my streams. I feel like it'd be too interrupting, disruptive. Once I hit over 100 viewers concurrent on average, though, I'm definitely going to be playing some ads on YouTube, so I can actually, like, see what people are saying. Unfortunately, once I start doing Twitch stuff, ads are unavoidable. Even if you're not, like, associated or in the partner program, they just play ads all the time. So there's no point in, like, trying to stop it, because they're just gonna play ads no matter what I say. Evil Mank. What evil Manky? Ads are undemocratic, high key. True and real. Sikri, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Hope you all have a fine night. Will you cross-stream, simul-stream, multi-stream? I'm gonna need to do more research into that when the time comes. I'm floating the idea of doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday as Twitch days, where I play games that are unrelated to KOTOR, SWOTOR, etc. And test out games that could be series if they get enough viewership. Like how Mass Effect was successful enough and will now be getting a video. While I keep my Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, Sundays as my KOTOR, SWOTOR, Old Republic related videos that are being made, or just filler streams like this one that are still KOTOR related, so people will watch them, but just not being made to a video. As long as it's KOTOR related and related to the stuff that's actually on my channel, it'll be on YouTube. Anything that's not related, stuff I'm just trying or stuff I'm trying to test out, would go onto Twitch. Like, I would play Jedi Knight, I would play Empire at War, I would play all these Star Wars games that are on my bucket list. Things that people want to see me try that I haven't tried yet. That would be Twitch. Alternatively, if I have like a really big series coming up, like I'm doing a really important KOTOR challenge, like I did try KOTOR 2 Honor Mode again, or when Zero Company comes out in November, or not, August, or whenever it comes out, maybe I'll just simulcast Raw, because that would be the best thing to do, because that game is going to be super duper important and could define my YouTube video career if it's popular. Or I could ignore it and keep making KOTOR, but you know. New Star Wars game and Star Wars game YouTuber. Seems like a good idea. Tonight has been an adventure for sure. Indubitably. We've been having lots of interesting conversations. Piece of shit sister drove me to breaking point and acted like I was the issue. Then the usual friends and family at bar made me feel safer. Got pizza now. Good. Glad you are able to eat pizza and relax. You're excited for Anakin and Zero Company? Yeah, that'll be cool. I think Zero Company as a game looks really fun. I'll definitely stream it when it comes out. Just don't do Twitch streams. It'll be a minute before I, like, adjust and get Twitch set up. I have lots of things set up already, but I have to get on the technical side of it when I hit 10K. I will do Twitch, but it won't interfere with my YouTube. Either I simulcast on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, or I do Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays as games I play that aren't related to videos I'm making or videos I'm going to try. If I can simul-stream KOTOR, I will. If I can't, then Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Either way, it will not interrupt my usual schedule. 18th beer goes to Mako for making my 18th birthday so much more entertaining. It's your 18th birthday today? Well, god damn you. Happy birthday to you. Honor mode in KOTOR 2 kind of whoops your ass. Yeah, I didn't really go in with a plan. I'd have to be very, very careful if I go back in again. I'll get Zero Company at some point. For now, I really want DOW 4 and Ace Combat 8. What's DOW 4 again? Bandit is just Dollar Store Kane from Command and Conquer. Who's more useless? Darth Bandit or Coleman Trevor? Coleman Trevor, unfortunately, is way more useless. Way, way more useless. Because at least Bandit puts up a fight. What was Trevor even doing, bruh? Bro did not even try. Like, at all. Do I prefer KOTOR 1 or 2? 1. Absolutely 1. Dawn of War 40k? Oh, I gotcha. Bandit took out Trask. Coleman was a jobber for Django to Aura Farm. True and real, actual. Trevor was doing his best. His best was 5 seconds. And it happens to a lot of guys, so I get it. You can at least have some solidarity in that fact. I wish Bandit's armor wasn't so lame looking when you get it. Yeah, a lot of the armor sets in this game are pretty lame. Unfortunately. Tragically, you could say. Django aura farming? Check the original death scene. He got mogged. I mean, original death scene or old death scene, he kind of just got jobbed easy. Either way, he kind of just fumbled the ball. By the way, how light side am I? Well, we're getting there. Real soon. Real soon. Should have made a mod for Bandit talking with Kylo instead of Malik, and then Bandit freaking the fuck out when he found out Kylo tried to kill Trask again. Dear God! Trask is back! No! I better stay in my Leviathan or I'm cooked. All I want is Battlefront 3, KOTOR 1 and 2 remake, SWTOR brought to console, Fate/the Republic, and Force Unleashed remake. Well, SWTOR can be played on controller on PC, so you have that at least. Maybe they bring it to console in the future, since controller is possible. Maybe. Force Unleashed remake? Chat, would they, like, make it God of War? Would they make it Parry Slop? Would they make it Spider-Man? How dare you turn my hack and slash into parrying in Dark Souls? With build crafting? I actually wouldn't really mind. I'm joking around. Windu wrecked, bro. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. That Mando had no idea what he was walking into. This summer heat his balls. I'm already ready for fall. Yeah, bro. This climate change is hitting us. I have a feeling KOTOR remakes will have a similar combat to Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. I don't really know what they're gonna do with it. It'll be an interesting case whatever they try. I hope they let the RPG side prevail. Because I can't really imagine KOTOR as an action game. Sure, I may have only just recently become completely literate in KOTOR build crafting and gameplay due to Wikipedia that I studied. But surely the general audience will catch on. Surely. I promise, I swear. Surely. I recall there were 2 versions of Force Unleashed. There was more than 2. They were doing all kinds of different stuff on all the different versions released on different consoles. It was kind of cool. Wii version, PlayStation. So sick of these disgusting parry slap games like Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor games. Absolutely trash. How dare they make me parry? Skill expression is bullshit. Star Killer with an annoying child/teen sidekick. The Apprentice has an apprentice. God, that would be so ass. But then again, it would be funny as fuck. Apparently they're basing KOTOR remakes off BG3. BG3. If Larian had gotten KOTOR as the KOTOR remakes, God, that would have been a dream development.
Welcome to...
They probably would have hated working with Lucasfilm, though, based on their dealings with Wizards of the Coast.
You can...
Time to raid the landing bay. I wouldn't mind if KOTOR took on a similar system to SWTOR, and by extensions, Dragon Age Inquisition. Honestly, bro, I played Inquisition for like 5 minutes and I was like, ugh, I don't like it. I'll have to play it again eventually. But I just did not jibe. Same thing with The Witcher 2 and 3. I just did not jibe with the game systems. At all. Is BG3 good? Yes, play it. If it's on sale. It's expensive as is, but it's good. It's worth it, I would say. Play it for sure. I always did Manon last because I was a stupid kid who couldn't figure out how to do the light side finish to the planet. Manon is just saved for last because it's the worst. It's the worst to walk through. Too slow. I think D&D 3.5 is the only way to experience KOTOR. If it took up SWTOR mechanics, I'd feel like slop. As long as they make builds still feel impactful and good, I would be okay with it. I don't like SWTOR gameplay, but like if SWTOR actually had gear and build crafting that mattered a little more than what we've got in SWTOR nowadays, I wouldn't hate it, I guess. Oh, I didn't know this was a safe zone. Oh, shit. Don't throw grenades at me. I can't even respond. That's BM. That's BM. Larian style KOTOR game would go hard, indeed. Not good replayability on Baldur's Gate? What? That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. That's got replayability written all over it. 8 more billion classes. 8 more billion dialogue options. There's so many playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3 you could do. Now, I personally have only like completed like 4 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate, which is still a lot, but you know, not a million bajillion. Certainly could have done a little more. I haven't even played a Dirge playthrough yet. But I think Baldur's Gate 3 has very good replayability, especially if you're a big fan of the character creator and you just like looking at looking at pretty fantasy people. Also, there's a million mods for the character creator if you don't like the options. A million bajillion mods for character customization. We need Eco Draconis 2 from Larian. They forgot about that series. I think they're doing another Divinity. I think that's their next project. I don't really have an interest in the Divinity games. I've tried Divinity 1. It was a little whack. Maybe now that I've played Baldur's Gate, it would be a little easier to understand. Weapon of choice is guns. Walks up to enemies to shoot them. In KOTOR, you get a +10 to hit if you're point blank, so I have to. It's very important. I want to play OG RPGs like Fallout 1 and 2 and BG 1 and 2. It's gonna take a minute to get into. Yeah, they sold those games with manuals, bro. You gotta know what you're getting into. Destiny-style Star Wars. Have you ever heard of Destiny Renegades? Recently out this year, or last year? The Sith guy is voiced by Alex Lee. Goated voice actor, by the way. And the Drifter gets to romance Eris Morn, finally. I mean, they've been dating a while, but they finally kiss on screen, and it's really nice. By the way, Drifter's top 1 character in the verse, just saying. I will not take... Ow, grenade. Landmine. I will not take any slander against the Drifter. He's my goat. Destiny fans assemble. Divinity 1 and 2. OG 1 solid. Maybe I'll play that game in like the Gorilla Club one of these days. Destiny was the pinnacle of build crafting. A lot of things you couldn't do without an optimized build, like raids and dungeons. I think I enjoyed Destiny 1's way of doing things more. You had less build crafting, but gear was more impactful. And rarity and investment in gear was more fleshed out. I know it didn't really cater to general audiences the most because, you know, you were spending hours and hours gathering rocks on Mars just so you could use the new gun you got, but it was more interesting. Like, exotics dropped like once a month, if that, so when you got one, it felt really special. Meanwhile, in Destiny 2, exotics drop all over the place. It's a different kind of game. Destiny 2 is the build game, the fun game, the sandbox game. Destiny 1 is the loot game. You care about the loot. The guns you get, the rolls you get. Because they are what's going to be doing damage, not your 1 Glorpillion damage melee build. Which I was guilty of using, by the way. I was a Titan main. Cade is the top. Unpopular opinion. I do not care for Cade. He's kinda alright, but eh. Not my Vanguard. Real goat is Zabala. Gideon. I need you to watch as I crack Empress Kettle. You're gonna record this for the entire city. Check this shit out. Edge of Fate was totally worth $8. Maybe I'll pay the $8 for it one of these days. Hey Legend, how are you? Hello SNES. Doing well. We're having fun. We're goofing around with the Trask run. Charisma run. We're rizzing it up out here. Mijan Chi sending the 6-7? How dare you?
What?
UI what? How dare you send me the 6-7? This is outrageous, it's unfair. Thank you very much for your support, I highly appreciate it. I heard the news, Mijan Chi. How should I react? Is it good? I'm assuming it's good, but I also want to make sure. Good or bad? I no longer have an income, so I gotta stop. Yeah. Yeah, fair. I do wish you luck in your next endeavor. Whatever you do next, I know you'll work hard. I know people will appreciate you for what you can do. You won't be dealing with the same bullshit. You got this. Wait, Destiny 2 is worth picking back up? I never finished Lightfall. I think if you liked Destiny 2 a lot and you want to return to the game for the final update, or you've seen the final update, you've seen the news, it's worth coming back to, for sure. There's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of updates to the classes, exotics. Your favorite build has probably gotten stronger, and you're probably going to find a million other builds. All the guns have come back. Every gun from Destiny 2 is back with new perks. And they can all be upgraded even further, made even better. If you like Destiny 2, it's a good time to come back. If you're new to Destiny, pick up a friend and they'll tell you all the lore and shit. You'll have a fun time from that. But if you try and get into Destiny alone, it's gonna be rough. You're gonna be very confused. My favorite D1-2 raid? Vault of Glass, hands down. I love my VOG. Used to be scared of the underwater section in Manan. That's fair. Sharks, it's dark, it's claustrophobic, it's scary. It's a lot of both. Fair enough, makes sense. Do you consider Wither's Big Naturals a mandatory BG3 mod? I don't mod BG3. I'm a vanilla Nancy. I don't mod it, I just play it. Though, one of these days I probably should mod it so I could have a little more spice. A little more spice in my playthrough. Thank God I saved that. I'm good, I just unlocked every single character in LEGO Star Wars for the GameCube. Oh heck yeah, dude. Blast from the past. Congratulations. Never a more true Jedi than ye, sir, madam, etc. I feel happy, but sometimes I cry. Yeah, a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff with that. For all the good and the bad is over, and there's more good to be found. Garden of Salvation's last wish, probably your favorite raids. You like the tedious raids, huh? You like the involved raids. I know Garden is pretty easy once you know it, but learning it is a pain. And man, Last Wish is a day one raid if I ever heard of one. Replaying that shit is a little tedious. Just a little. Alright, I gotta get close to this dude. He's not dying. He's not dying the way I want him to. Please don't flamethrower me. Fuck. He did that thing I told him not to. No, 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 please. Please. Nah! They were being really nice not doing that. Vanilla, rare these days. The new Vault UI is nice. 1300 slots, yeah. Being able to access Vault from orbit is so nice. Gotta love it. Just got back to Alabama from Washington State. By and by, I'm wiped. Oh yeah, take a nap. Take a sleepy. The Vault of Glass, classic raid featured in Destiny 1 and 2. That's the one. The one and only. I remember soloing Bog. That was peak D1. I've never soloed a D1 raid. I don't think I've even soloed a D1 dungeon. I've soloed a few exotic missions. But I'm not very patient. I don't plan out my I don't plan out things for Destiny that much. I plan out a build, and that's about it. I don't think I like any of the dungeons. Well, I do like Bog a lot. If I was gonna solo a raid, it would be Bog. Maybe I'll have an interest. But yeah, Vault of Glass has such good loot. It's a fun raid, it's quick. Great way to get into the game and learn raids for the first time. And Vex Mythoclast is peak. I love my Vex. What a gun. What a raid exotic. Fatebringer. Great gun. I like Found Verdict. I don't know. I should probably try and see how the updated version is. Peasant Vengeance is really good. I'm pretty sure the Sniper is really good for PvE as well. Vision of Confluence is cool. Just all in all, a great raid to start playing the game with. Took me 100 Atheon kills to get motherfucking Vex Mythoclast, by the way. Vex Mythoclast was a hard to get lady. She played her cards very close to her chest. Her boyfriend Atheon was very possessive. Fuck. I didn't mean to input that. Ah, I didn't even save after killing the first one. That's annoying. Best Lego Star Wars series? I've only played the Wii version. I've probably played the GameCube versions at like a dentist office or two. Oh fuck, I didn't want to do that. But yeah, I've only really played and owned the Wii version, so we'll go with that one. Soloing Dungeons and Strikes is where I draw the line, not raids. Fair enough, fair enough. A shower! Indeed, that is the reference. Destiny players shan't ever know what a shower is. The underwater scene from Phantom Menace is where my thalassophobia started. Big fish are scary, man. Spooky, spooky fishies. I listened to every single video of yours at least like twice yesterday. I am glad I was able to be of some help. Hopefully. Perhaps. Maybe. Vogue is the best one easily, that and King's Fall. King's Fall is hype and aura, for sure. I'm a big fan of King's Fall. Just like Vogue, you can play through it quick, it's fun. The boss fights are fun. I don't think the loot is as good. I have Touch of Malice, I just don't care about it. It's a lot better now, it got updated again. So maybe I should give it another try, but meh. Scout rifles. That's not very Titan-like. Time to go, good night, chat. Alright, Bardicus, goodbye. Orinia, wow, you really like his voice? That implies that you perhaps don't. Is there something we need to talk about? Is there some criticism I need to hear? Did I reaffirm Pax was the most evil character? Roger was just trying to make it big. Yeah, Pax is a bit of an asshole. Roger was just on the grind. Stopped playing Destiny franchise during Rise of Iron, didn't realize they were updating the older raids. Yeah, they brought the older raids to D2 and updated them, made the loot better, changed a few things to make them less ass in some instances. They haven't brought Wrath of the Machine to Destiny 2 yet, and unfortunately it looks like they never will, which is a shame. But, or actually, let me look it up. I think they brought back, like, certain encounters from Destiny 2 raids that got vaulted, so maybe they did bring back Wrath of the Machine, and I just don't know. Nope, it's not in. Maybe they'll do, like, a surprise update in the future, once they've had a break losing from Marathon. They're like, alright, what the hell, let's bring back Wrath of the Machine. It'd be funny. Also, fun fact, did you know that Marathon is listed as an expansion in Destiny 2? Like, when you go to your expansion list, Marathon is listed in there as an expansion. Isn't that funny? Isn't that silly? Isn't that goofy? Ain't that goofy? My favorite Destiny expansion, Marathon. You choosing Last Word or Thorn? Neither. Titans don't use hand cannons. Unless it's those new versions of hand cannons that can actually be shotguns. In which case, yeah. I'll use one of those. Marathon is 3,000 silver? Wait, you can buy it with silver? Really? Deadass? No, that's not true. That can't be true. You gotta be shitting. You gotta be shitting. Because Marathon's $40. There's no way they'd reduce the price just because you have Destiny 2. That would be funny as fuck, though. That really would be. Wrath is your favorite T1 raid. Miss it so much. Classic Bungie Easter eggs. I mean, yes, the Mida multi-tool is a Destiny 2 exotic that is a Marathon weapon. An original Marathon weapon, and a new Marathon weapon. But, I don't think that deserved, you know, expansion reference. By the way, my windows are broken really bad now. Like, they're not even showing skyboxes anymore. Poor KOTOR. Those who remember when Thorn would 2-tap to the head. Yeah, dude. Hawkmoon did that too. Hawktoon. Now, I never experienced it myself. I didn't really play a lot of D1, even though I had it. I got bored of it. Somehow. I came back to it when I got older. But I've watched the lore videos, I've watched the meta of evolution videos. How things used to be. How good hand cannons were in D1. I've got to try that new Destiny 2 PvP mode where they slow things down to be more like Destiny 1. Because Destiny 2 PvP is just not it, bro. I've tried to make it work for myself and I just can't. I got myself over a KD of 1. Or I got my KD over below 1, sub 1. It's like 1.7. Not really because I'm good, but because I like play long ranges. And I just play conservatively, so I don't die a lot. My aim is just not cracked enough with the speed of D2. I wonder if I would like the D1 slower, bigger maps sort of style of gameplay. Oh, fuck, I didn't remember that those guys were in there. Well, I'm set back a few minutes. PvP IRL is hard. Yeah. I imagine as such, yeah. The respawn timers are really ass too. Like, what do you mean it's forever? Remaining last word in Crucible and absolutely dominating everyone in year 1. Yeah, last word is still cracked to this day. And it got a catalyst finally. So that's nice. What is it actually? Last word D2. I don't need the AI over you, buddy. Hip-fired precision shots deal 30% increased damage. I'm pretty sure that's new in PvE. Maybe it's not. Maybe. Where is the catalyst? There it is. Killing Wind and Envious Assassin? Really? That's really lame. Final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range, and handling. Defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one transfers ammo. Oh wait, Envious Assassin is cracked actually. That's actually really good. Having a higher mag with last word is actually cracked as fuck. I take it back. That's a really good catalyst. 16 in the mag with last word is nutty. Marathon for 3,000 silver is a UI glitch. It still takes you to the Steam page. That's really funny. That's so funny. I love that. You respawn as one of the gut bacterium in someone's intestines. Ah, fuck. I hope it's a female supermodel then. I'll live a nice life. Hipfire, increased damage with last word. That's OP as hell. Higher mag, damn. That's a pretty damn good catalyst. Funny enough, in Destiny Rising, the last word is really cracked. I would advise people look up what the last word does in Destiny Rising, if you're a Destiny fan. Cracked as fuck. But yeah, now vanilla Destiny 2 last word is pretty interesting and pretty decent in PvE, I imagine now. Precision damage doing increased, 30% more damage, 16 in the mag. Like, imagine Lucky Pants build with that now. Lucky Pants last word, 16 in the mag. All precision hits. You could do some cowboy shit now in PvE. Not just a PvP gun anymore. Maybe. Possibly. If it doesn't work out, you know, always got malfeasance. You know, the GOAT. Even if it is a bit basic in it. Alright, let's see how this is gonna work. I just gotta section out these Sith bit by bit. One at a time, please. Alright, we got 2, that's good. Very good, very good. If Titan is your number 1, who's second? Honestly, neither. I don't even play the other classes. I tried some Warlock recently. It was alright. That's about all I can really say. Maybe I'll try out Hunter. I like the cowboy gun. I don't know if I'd play any of the other subclasses. Cowboy gun is fun. You know, I actually mained Hunter in Destiny 1, which is a shame. I didn't recognize Titan was peak. Actually, no, I definitely played Titan first. I definitely played through the game on a Titan first, and then I played on Hunter. Like, D1 vanilla campaign. I actually played more of the game as Hunter, though. Damn shame. Riz run going great, for real. Might of Multi-Tool is fun to play in Crucible. Yeah, it's very strong. Even today, it's pretty good. I main self-res Warlock D1, then when it wasn't a D2, I switched to Titan. Well, it's back, kind of. You don't self-revive, but you get the massive amount of energy regeneration. It's kind of back. It's sort of back. I'm just a hunter. Titan is truly the best, but Hunter and Warlock are also fun. Titan's my goat. My goat. My goat. Cattle farmers when their cattle is ill. My goat. My goat.
Warning.
Is G-Horn still relevant? Yes. Galahorn has a new gimmick in which when it shoots rockets, other rockets around it, like normal legendary rockets, they get Wolfpack rounds. So every rocket launcher around Galahorn becomes Galahorn, but better, because legendary rockets have better damage than Galahorn. So, like, think of your favorite legendary rocket launcher. Rocket launchers get like 3 in the mag nowadays, even up to like 6 or 8 if you're using a certain perk. All the rounds become Galahorn rounds if you have a Galahorn on your team. You get a buff called Wolfpack rounds that gives every rocket launcher on your team Wolfpack rounds. You just have to coordinate with your team so that they are also using rocket launchers for DPS. Galahorn solo, though, is very strong for ad clear and, like, dealing decent damage to bosses. It's more consistent than usual rocket launchers because of the tracking rocket and the Wolfpack rounds. But if you want damage, you're the guy using one of the legendary rocket launchers. Actually, I hear that Truth is busted now. I hear that Truth with its new catalyst is like best damage now. Let's see. Let's see what the new catalyst is on that. Is it hard to find the G-Horn? No, it's free. No, it's not free. If you have the Destiny or the Bungie 25th Anniversary Edition thing, expansion, you get an exotic quest, which lets you get G-Horn. You have to do a dungeon, which is a pretty decent dungeon, not that hard either. And you get to, like, get parts of G-Horn. You find parts of G-Horn, you craft it, and then you have G-Horn. I don't think it's meta-defining right now, but it's good. It's very good. That's awesome. I'd get back into Destiny, but I'd soak up way too much of my time. Well, if you play, we could play it in the Gorilla Club. We could all lock in and play some D2. I could make the queue times a little easier by having an extra teammate. Let's Truth's Catalyst right now. Oh, it's unique. Or maybe it's a new perk. Reaper's Tithe. Multiple simultaneous final blows queue up a stacking damage buff. Timer starts on next weapon fire. Final blows extend the timer. Interesting. So I guess you slime out a group of ads, then you lock in with your last 2 rockets and get big damage. I don't really know. I'd have to try that out in game. Need to get back into D2. I've given SRL a go this week. What's SRL? Uh-oh. Sparrow Racing. Oh, Sparrow Racing League, yeah. Did you know Destiny Rising had that first? I'll have to try Sparrow Racing League for myself. It was pretty fun in Destiny Rising, not that crazy though. Oh, there's a mine on one of those. I don't want to die. I'm smart. I remember. Sparrow Racing is back in D2, if you didn't know. Or I don't know if you were talking about it. But it's back now. Sparrow Racing is a thing in D2 now. Ow. They saw Destiny Rising had done it, and they were like, fuck, we need to add it back for the last update. And they did. Spent all my time in the Division 1 this past week grinding Dark Zone extractions. Oh, fun. I had Division, I just didn't really like it that much. I've seen videos of a guy playing D1, Division 1 and Division 2. I don't know if it'd be my thing. I don't think the realistic part is all that appealing. For context, I don't play COD or Battlefield. Lots of my shit is not realistic. Lots of my games, they'd be fantasy. I guess I'm not getting that chest. That's okay. Fine by me. Also, did anyone fuck with Warmind cells back in the day in Destiny 2's lifespan? Because Warmind cells are back. They're back in the form of an armor perk. Yes, armor has perks now. Legendary armor have perks now, and armor set bonuses that make armor actually worth getting, not just immediately throwing out when you find it. It's crazy stuff. And a lot of the perks are like really good too. For real though, SRL was in D1. Are they not calling it Sparrow Racing League in D2 now? I could have swore they were. Well, tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Yeah. So I'm not too crazy. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Crazy? That was crazy once. Put me in a room, a rubber room with rats. The rats made me crazy. Clankers. Barracks. Insanity SMP. Oh, grenade. I hope you guys didn't mind that close-up of Trask. I know you guys liked it. Actually. Don't be lying. Alright. Well, instead of waiting around for my force points to regenerate, I think I'll call the stream here for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. EST as per usual. We'll be continuing the Charisma run. We're getting pretty close to this one's end, actually. We've got the Leviathan coming up. That one shouldn't be too bad, as long as I get my force powers out in time. I'm pretty sure the rest of this run is pretty good as one, but we'll see. I had to pull some crazy shit in the early game for this one. Make sure you check out the VODs if you didn't see that. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for waiting for me a week. And we'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. EPST as per usual. 19th beer will be toasted toward Destiny for the 19 more billion hours of playtime. Lol. Alrighty, fellas. Rest well. Please don't drink yourself to death. Have a good night, everybody.